Good evening, everyone, and welcome to South Mississippi Homestead. This evening it's about 7:15 here. It's about to get dark, so I got to get this mulberry tree in the ground. But anyway, we're going to be planting a black Pakistan mulberry tree. And I just want to show y'all what I do, how I do it. Every tree's different. I don't do one exactly the same. As long as I get the basics, I'm good with that. But anyway, I've already dug my hole, as you can see. And then I'm going to put me some of this all-purpose potting soil, or garden soil, excuse me, in my hole. And I usually put about 1/3 of the bag in there. And it's a pretty large bag, as you can see. And I'm just going to spread it around. Dig me out a little in the middle. And I'm gonna take my I dug my hole with my little handy dandy post hole digger there. And this is a 5-gallon pot. So I dug my hole out about 2.5, I'd say about 2.5 times the size of this. So, and I'm just gonna move my little name tag up here, although it's already got one, just in case one gets lost, blows away or something, and so I can keep up. But anyway, I'm just going to take my tree out. Easier said than done, it looks like. I'm just going to mash it around till I loosen it up. And I'm going to stick it right in the middle of this hole here. Now, as you can see, it's a little too shallow, so I'm going to dig it out a little more. So my soil out the pot got down in there. And I'm going to loosen up my roots a little bit so they can spread out in the ground. But you want to get your tree as level in the ground as you can. And you don't want it to be any taller than the pot. You want it to be level with the ground, as close as you can get it. And then we're just gonna put this potting soil around. Just gonna mash it down, get some of the air bubbles out, air pockets. So the roots can get good soil contact. Use every bit of that good old soil that came with it. And when I get that in there, I'm just going to add some more to level out the ground. Probably about another 1/3 of the bag. And I'm just going to spread it around. And this right here is I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's where it's been grafted. So you want to make sure it's about 2 inches out of the ground. I'm just going to mash that down some more and get the air pockets out. The best we can. Try to make it, I'm a little OCD about some things. Try to make it as even as I can. There we go. Now I left the rest of this dirt around the hole I dug. This is all the dirt I dug out of the hole, and as you can see, I've been kneeling down on it just to make me a berm to hold my water in. And I'll show you in a minute why we want to do that, especially until your fruit trees get established. Because if you don't have some way to keep the water around the root system to go down into the root system, then your fruit tree's not going to get all the water it needs. So I just always take my extra soil that I dug out of the hole there and just make me a berm to hold my water in. I mean, it's not that difficult. The soil's already, the dirt, soil is already loose from where we dug it out of the hole. And that way we know that the water is going straight down to the root system and not all out in our yard. A few little sticks there. And yeah, it's not perfect, but it'll do the job I need it to do. Like I said, we're just gonna keep the berm around it, especially until the tree gets established in the soil. And that's all there is to it. So we have our Pakistan black mulberry tree in the ground. Now we're gonna water it in. I have me a 5-gallon bucket here. I'm just gonna rinse off my hands in it, because I didn't think to grab my gardening gloves. Kinda in a hurry. As you can see, it's getting dark. But I got this fish fertilizer just at the local Tractor Supply. I'm just gonna put me just a little squeeze of that in there, just to help the root system get established, because we are kind of late in the season planting fruit trees in the south here. Let's see how that berm holds that water in. Make sure it gets all the way down to the root system real good. Messed up my berm there a little bit, but still holding the water. And I like to smooth out my little topsoil, gardening soil there, so there's no hole left. That's a lot of pressure coming up out of that 5-gallon bucket. But see how that holds the water in there? Make sure all that water gets straight down into the root system. And there you have it. We have us a black Pakistan mulberry tree planted in our fruit orchard. I believe that's awesome. Y'all get out and plant you some food. Plant you some food, whether it's fruit, vegetables, potatoes, whatever. Just get out and plant you something. Get out in the garden. It's good for the soul. But we thank y'all for joining us here at South Mississippi Homestead, and we hope y'all have a great and wonderful evening. Thank you.